Hello once again, and now for something completely different. I ran a Purrely deck at our locals and we got 5th out of 14 players, so that is frustrating because it could have gotten to top 4. Anyway, this is my build that I essentially net decked. Who gives a damn if I net decked or not, but it's a fun deck. I did not expect this to blow up in the OCG at all. I just thought they were cute. So I got the OG Purrelys, then a set of Purrely, as the name would be translated soon. Then the usual Max C, we have it at 3. Haru Urara, 2 copies of Effect Veiler, a level 1. Then 2 copies of Sister Dogwood. It's basically Maxi but for life points. This is essential, especially since Purrelys tend to run long. They run the long game, and life points do matter. So this could make or break your game. DD Crow, Yuki Onna, and a singular copy of Nibiru. We'll explain later on why. Then with the spell lineup, I only run 2 copies of Purrely My Friend because you're only going to need 1 and you don't want to draw all 3. So just 2 in the deck will be fine. 1 field spell, it's a great utility, but it's not the best of the best. Purrely Beautiful Memory and Purrely Sleepy Memory are 2 of the Purrely quick plays that do not require any cards on the field. This one adds 1000 life points, this one makes your damage 0. Then there is Purrely Bountiful, Fruitful, whatever, Festive, whatever. And then there's Purrely Happy Memory. These protect your cards from destruction and battle. And they all have the effect where you can discard a card and summon a Purrely monster from the deck, and they're not cost, so they're useful for Dark Worlds, they're useful for Dangers, they're useful for any card that discards. Then we have Pot of... I forgot which pot this is, but anyway, it's the one that banishes 3 or 6, then Excavate. Then we have Dark Ruler No More, just 1 copy. Other people run 3, but I was running out of space in the deck. It's all 42 cards. Triple Tactics Trust and Triple Tactics Talent. I just like it when they call it Trust, especially in the Purrely deck. Then Pure Leap. It's our cheat to bring out another Purrely on the field. Doubles their effects in the standby phase. I'll explain later. And 2 copies of Imperm because we hate effects. On the extra deck, we have 1 copy of Purrely Happiness. It's plain old Purrely Happiness, not the best Purrely, but it's good for battle. Purrely Beauty, it's Effect Veiler. Purrely Plump, the easiest to stack. Then there's Purrely Happiness, great for damage, but not the best one because the best one is Purrely Noir. It's untouchable if it has 5 or more materials, and it's essentially it removes cards in the field or graveyard by putting them at the bottom of the deck. So nothing beats our big black Purrely. Then there is our rank 1s, Sylvan Princess Sprite, Lyrillus something, searches out DD Crow. Then there's Relinquished Anima, steals a monster. Linkuribo makes damage 0. Then there's the Agent of something, I think it's Earth, destroys a card on the field, uses 2 fairies, and all the Purrelys are fairy. Then if you're running Xyz, you might as well run Downerd and what's his name, Zeus, especially if you're using Purrely to bring out your Noir. Just imagine a big Purrely Noir, and then you bring out Zeus with like 10 materials. Anyway, how does the deck work? Earlier I mentioned that life points matter because this one pays 500, so that way you could search out cards. the way that Monarch card would use. Purrely makes you search out a non-quick play Purrely card. And your options are the Purrely, my friend, the Field Spell, and the Trap card. Those are your options. So you search out this card, then you pay 500, you search out the quick plays. Usually this is what I search out. Bring out Plump, use the quick effect of Plump to put 2 materials. Then this now is under as a material. Effect is on your opponent's standby phase, you draw a card. This is set in the field, standby phase of the opponent, you draw a card. Activate, you bring out Purrely Noir. Then since it's still the standby phase, this still activates, you draw another card. And then on the next turn, because at the end phase of the next turn, this goes back to the extra deck. If you still haven't beaten your opponent, you put a Zeus on top of all of that, then nuke the field as many times as you would want. Now the major drawback of this deck, why we lost last tournament, why we just got 5th. This is not safe from Kaiju. This is not safe from Kaiju at all. Opponent summons a Kaiju, you die. And you're left with nothing else and you have to keep rebuilding. Kaiju is what killed my deck. Like, people either side it or main it at locals. Kaiju. I am a huge lover of Kaiju cards. If you've seen my previous videos, if you've seen the previous decks that I've run, they run Kaiju, and that's what kills me now. Which is why I had to dig several cards for my extra deck. I'm not going to show it today, but there are several cards now that we've added to this extra deck. So, what are your thoughts and suggestions on the Purrely deck? And there's a ban list coming next week on the 26th, hoping that none of the Purrely cards get hit because they're relatively new. Until next time, bye.